All right, you see, the issue of Two-Face, Idibia, and Annie has been on the air for the past 2 days. And a lot of people are speaking for or against based on their own sentiment. But today, I will try to be very brutal and I will be very raw with regards to the fact that happened with Two-Face, Idibia, and Annie. Both Two-Face and Annie, at a point in time in their relationship, they were both senseless, and Annie is the worst of it all. Two-Face did not genuinely love Annie from the word go. He only faced to love Annie out of pity. That statement is deep, yeah, but that is just the truth. Two-Face married Annie out of pity, and that is just the fundamental reality. Women should not debase themselves to a point whereby they will love a man much more than themselves. The greatest problem Annie is got is because she's loved Two-Face more than herself. You see, as a woman, no matter how much you love a man, please always watch out for yourself. Annie failed to watch out for herself, and she became a shadow of her old self over time. Annie, at a point in time, cannot do anything without Two-Face. She's so scared, constantly being under the shadow of Two-Face, and that is where the problem actually started from. Sometimes late last year, I stumbled across Annie in an event, and when I flew back home, I told my wife, like, I think Annie had a problem. I think she needed help. She was telling me, what kind of help is that? I said, for me, I think this lady, let's say she gets coin spent for Edu, based on what I saw at the event. But a few weeks back, I saw an interview which Annie granted, and that actually confirmed what I did see initially, that she needs help. Why most Nigerians are angry currently with Two-Face, they believe that this is not the appropriate time for him to come out to the world to tell the world that he has separated with Annie, that they are going to have a divorce very soon, all those plenty drama. Because Annie is going through a phase in her life where she's trying to get herself back. Let me start from Annie first. Annie is the biggest fool in the course of the marriage and the course of their relationship. Annie was the biggest fool in all of this. Now, you came into a man's life who is a chronic cheat. He's got 4 children before you got married to that man, and you're expecting him to be faithful to you. He can never be faithful to you. Annie, in the course of the marriage and relationship, Annie failed to take care of herself. She was always watching out for Two-Face, and Two-Face did not care to watch out for her. And in the course of the relationship, she slided into taking drugs. The question is, who introduced Annie into taking drugs? Was it depression that led her into taking drugs, or what? Those of you who are married, you understand what it means for you to take care of 2 children. Let alone for Annie taking care of 7 children. 5 children that are not ours and 2 belongs to us. 7 children Annie was taking care of. Annie drifted into having a mental health related issues. And Two-Face, to me, care less about what is going on in the life of Annie, because he never loved Annie genuinely from his heart proud before now. So it's like Annie was the one pushing herself to Two-Face at every given time. So as a woman, do not push yourself into a man's hand. Let men value you. Let your man value you. It's important for you to always value yourself more than anybody in this life. Yourself come first before any other person. Once you tend to value your husband or your wife much more than yourself, at the end of the day, calamity will befall you. That is just the truth. In as much as you love him, in as much as you love her, but you must always watch out for yourself. Should anything happen to you, you get back your feet. Annie might not survive this heat because Two-Face is alive. Two-Face is all that she got. Everything she's got in her life is built around Two-Face. She cannot actually live without Two-Face. She cannot breathe without Two-Face. It's only God that can bring Annie out of the mess in which she is now. Two-Face understood that, and that's why Two-Face is using that against her. And it's an aberration to me that a man understands that a woman lost me this dearly, then the man is still using that against that woman. That man was a chronic wicked man. On the part of Two-Face, I have said it ad infinitum too, that Two-Face never loved Annie from the word go. He married Annie out of pity, and any relationship that is built upon deceit and pity will never last. No matter how much you try to work it out, it's not going to work out at the end of the day. Number 2, Two-Face has shown to the world that he doesn't have any regard for Annie at all. On no condition must Two-Face come out of the world and be saying, that thing I make nothing and they don't act my account. It shows how myopic, narrow-minded Two-Face is and how cruel we tend to be. You just humiliated the woman that has been with you for more than 20 years in total. You to come out and say you want to grant a press release, press interview to talk your part of the story shows that you don't get common sense. A responsible man will not come and wash his dirty linen outside. No matter what she has done, no matter what she has done, you don't have the audacity, you don't have the guts, you don't have the mind to tell people that you want to come out and tell them what Annie has done. It shows you don't have an air of respect for yourself, an air of respect for the woman, and an air of respect for your children. In all of this, you take the interest of your children, you take their emotion into cognizance. You just take decision without putting the interest, the feelings of your children into account before taking that decision. I know you might have a lady that you are eyeing. A name was mentioned, but it's not my duty to mention the name here. To Baba, I think Annie needs your support at this material point in time. She's going through a hard time. She's going through a hard phase in her life. For the past week, it has been banters here and there on Annie, and now you've come to throw the last jab. My brother, you know fully well that this lady might not survive without you, at least not now. Please, rethink your decision. I'm not saying you should get married to her, but at least take things easy. You don't need to come to the world and tell the world what she has done wrong to you. I understand what it means for someone to have a mental health challenge. I also understand that Two-Face needs help. Two-Face mental health is really affected. Two-Face is a shadow of his own self. That is just my take on that Two-Face and Annie for now. So I don't know. I want to hear from you, and I would love to read your comments. Do you think Annie is the victim or the villain in all of this? Guys, I will definitely see you soon.